Okay, welcome back to D&D. So, last time you were able to, you all went into the crypt. Well, technically you're already in the crypt. Managed to make your way through the lower section, fought the crypt guardian, and killed him, and were able to arrest the woman you were after, who has the bounty on her. Uh, you now have to bring her down to Vaxfall, but the other thing is Otto has been aged by 10 years, so is now currently
We got to do something
31.
about that.
All right.
I'm not
But
ready to be a DILF.
well, I mean, 31. So you also then
Old
managed to
and
make your way out
pretty
of the
old in that
crypt.
time frame.
Kaido triggered a few traps on the way out, but you did get out, so now you are back on the surface. And what would you like to do?
I guess we need to start making tracks towards civilization. Was there anything else we wanted to do while we were out? Or I think this was it, right?
Yep, we just got to go back.
Okay. Well, you are about half a day away from the town itself, and it is closing in on nighttime.
And we do have like 20 hours on me, right? Because we weren't really in there that long.
Yeah, you have, I believe, about. Well, actually, you're not really sure, but you could do a skill check to test to see.
What kind of skill check would that be?
Um, well, I would say you could possibly do an Arcana check, or if you would suspect it might be even related to religion, considering they
Yeah,
were.
that was what I was going to suggest because I think I gave him a look over with religion when the curse got landed. Anyway, let's try it.
Yeah. So you're able to determine that he has about 24 hours since the initial scare. So yeah, you would suspect he's probably got about 20 hours left.
Okay, so Graham will relay that, and guess if it's getting close to nightfall, we should probably find a good place to make a camp. We're gonna have to be extra guard-y on account of having a prisoner.
As we all escape and crap. We just tell her escape's not allowed.
I'm jokingly suggesting this is out of character. We break our legs and our arms, but the last time that happened, the guy died.
Well,
We don't do that here.
I know. That's why I said I'm jokingly saying this out of character. Because Ian would take it as, did you really suggest that?
I'm a paladin to fuck these people.
I kind of am.
Technically, you're supposed to uphold the law, just.
I am by breaking their leg. I mean, this is all out of character.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know.
Don't worry about it.
We're literally taking them to get executed, so what? At this point.
I
just don't get the money, okay?
Hold watches.
And there's one person that's really tied to money here that would jump off a cliff for 5 gold. And he's not actually here actively.
So you have 2 members who would do that, and they're both not here.
Well, no. Fifo is more intelligent about his gold acquisition methods. Kaido is not.
I was thinking Lucian, who had spiders implanted in him for gold.
Oh yeah, I forgot he existed. I should sell his book.
He took it. Which book?
Remember the thing from the boss fight? I got his spell book. Still.
You didn't give it to him before he left?
He left before that fight.
Oh, all right.
He went with his people. I should actually discord him. And just
no,
like, hey,
he was there because he burned some of the gold with a fireball.
You burned it as him.
Yeah, what's your point? He was there. Anyway.
Not really there.
What would you all like to do? You still have a few hours of daylight left, but
So let's head back to town till it gets decently bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shithara is attempting to follow you, although she mentions, the chains on my legs are making it a little hard to move. It's not like I can go anywhere without them.
Yeah, those are gonna have to stay. Sorry.
You totally could go somewhere without them. Really anywhere. Go anywhere if you didn't have those chains.
She immediately sits down.
Oh damn, we don't have the wizard anymore, so we can't floating disc.
We have a horse, don't we?
We've got horses. We could quite frankly knock you unconscious and load you up on something. I would recommend just fucking walking.
I will take a ride on the horse.
Yes.
All right, let's put her on Reggie because you can tell Reggie if she tries to make a run for it, like, yeah, no, we're not doing
Hit her in
this.
the head.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I will actually do that. I've given Reggie. I'll give Reggie script commands. If she makes a run for it or attempts to, he gets a chance to trample her unconscious.
Hopefully Reggie's not as fucking bloodthirsty.
Well, I pulled back because horse kicking and trampling isn't the most subtle and
I just said this in my mind. I don't think you guys don't actually know I gave that order.
It's true. It is all telepathic.
There.
Yep. We have no idea.
Anyway, with that argument hopefully dealt with, we can continue on our Wii. So goes the hope.
All right.
And you said we have a little bit of daylight left to travel?
Yeah. So, yeah, she does her best and climbs onto Reggie sitting side saddle as she is unable to actually sit on him normally. But, yeah, you have about... You're not really sure, but you can definitely see that the sun is going to start dipping below the horizon soon.
Yeah, we should probably get ready for camp unless we're going to try to march straight through the night. And we've never done that before. On the one hand, we're close to civilization. On the other hand, I don't know how beat up we are after getting through the crypt. I have a little bit of gas in the tank. I saved, like, my big whack. Any thoughts?
Say again?
Do we want to go through the night and just motor it to town, or do we want to actually stop and set up camp and fortify and shit?
How far away are we from the town?
Less than half a day by now. I don't know by how much. Do we have an estimate on that yet?
Based off our last travel.
Is it like 6 o'clock or is it like 10 o'clock?
No, it's probably like around 4 p.m.
We've got those
I think
Icelands.
we should definitely just travel until like midnight or something if that's going to get us to an inn. Piffle would like a bed or at least a pile of straw.
All right, let's try to power through.
Okay.
After all this spelunking and crypts and totally not robbing them even a little bit, I could use a hot bath.
All right. Well, travel another hour or so, at which point the sun has gone below the horizon. It is now pitch black. Go ahead and make a survival check. Someone?
Can do.
Okay.
I'll guidance her.
Okay. Fern's not... Wow.
Huh?
Well, I was just saying, because Fern's not able to see at night, or like in the dark, right? Or are you using...
She would just borrow goggles off of Fiffle. I mean...
Does Fiffle allow this?
We've just passed them around as needed.
All right. Well...
She can do the guidance if she wants, but I think that's
it's
enough.
a little...
Is that a
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit harder with it being night. But even then, you're still able to find the path. It takes you a little bit longer than you would like, but over the course of the next 8 hours, you're able to eventually travel back to the town you had set off from. The town of.
Dwarftopolis.
No, hold on. It's here in my notes. Where's my notes?
The metric dwarf dome. Eastside Dwarves.
Hold on. Let me actually find my notes, please. I have them here. I'm just looking for the stupid town name. Finby. There we are.
Oh, Finby was a small town, right?
Yeah.
It was.
They had a torch. Well,
Yeah.
they had some carts and stuff. Yeah.
It was a relatively small town. It has a temple. You did see an inn there, and there's a general store.
Okay.
Let's go temple so I can get this out of the system.
Yeah, that's the hope. So yeah, let's just try to burn it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is about. Well, actually, it's like close to 1 a.m. right now.
Does the temple look?
It is closed.
That's fine.
Does anything look open?
The only light you really see is a small candle coming from the inn itself.
Okay, that's what I thought. That was my assumption.
Well, let's do it to it.
Okay. Heading to the inn, which is really just called Finby Inn. You don't really see too much the door itself is unlocked. You just see a couple of. It's really just people still drinking late into the night. The bartender is packing up. Just sees you all entering. Huh. Last call, guys.
Yeah, looking for lodgings for the night.
All right. Got 3 rooms available.
How big are they? Like, how many people can we get into a room?
2 to a room.
What if we stacked ourselves like cordwood?
And if you want to sleep on the ground, that's up to you. But it's going to be 5 silver a night per room.
Let's see. We've got Kaido. We've got us. So 1, 2, 3.
We need
4,
all
5,
3 rooms.
6. We basically would need all 3 rooms for 2 apiece.
All right.
Do we want to do?
Cover that.
All right. Cool.
15 silver then. As you plan to stay longer, I could take the money now.
1.5 gold, right?
Yep.
So Piffle pays for it out of what he stole from the crypt.
Takes the silver. It is, I haven't seen coins like these in a while. Look kind of old. Where'd you get these anyway?
Graham just stares motherfuckingly at Fiffle but says nothing.
Piffle suddenly sees something of interest on the bar. Oh, what's that bottle there? I haven't seen that in a long time.
Wine?
Ah, yes. Delightful. I'll have one of those.
Okay. It's silver for a glass.
Hand it over.
Graham is gonna take those coins and just put up 1.6 gold of not stolen crypt gold and take the rest back.
Out of character, that puts you in possession of stolen money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that basically means you're a money launderer, Graham.
You're an accomplice now.
Yeah, these things happen.
All right. Well,
And basically, Graham is gonna take him aside before we do whatever for the night and just shake Fiffle down for the rest of the grave robbed money.
play out the scene.
You
All right.
understand?
You have to give me 80% of that back in clean gold, Graham.
I don't. You understand
You will.
the dead get mad about things, right? You get that, right?
Only a little.
Only a lot. You ever seen a guy pull his tongue out through his eyelid? Ghosts can do shit like that.
All
They'll
right.
wait for you to be like in the middle of taking a sip of water or something, and they'll just pop up like, "Hey, check this out."
I mean, that is kind of funny.
I mean, yeah, sometimes. Damn it, I forgot who I was talking to. All right.
I forgot who I was talking to. Story of
he's like
Graham's
racking his
life.
brain for some of his lessons.
Look, Graham,
Okay,
I think we'll leave it at you've turned me upside down and shaken the gold out of my pockets. So you win this round, and we'll pick this up at a later date.
Nah.
Otto is visibly scared for Graham.
I'm trying to think of what would be the right blend of entertaining. And I'm wondering if I could bestow a curse of poverty on you at some
Oh
point.
no! Curse of pop. That sounds bad. Way worse than the guy getting his tongue pulled out through his eyeball.
Graham will. All right, listen. The dead also curse people who take from them. I'm going to take this so we can give it back properly to the people who tend those graves. And you're not going to get cursed to have.
That's the guy who was tending the grave. He was totally evil. I tried to give him the gold back, and he tried to kill me anyway. That makes it our gold.
It doesn't.
I don't know what kind of rule book you follow, Graham. It's bizarre.
It's got like one page and the font's pretty big. It says, "Don't take from dead people." That's how you get curses. Do you want curses?
So many rules.
Oh, curses kill people.
It is a third level necromancy spell. I could take bestow curse and with DM adjudication give him a curse of poverty.
Yeah, actually.
Honestly, the threat of the curse of poverty slightly scares Biffle.
Scared less crooked.
Biffle's like, shit, Graham. There's no need to go learn magic like that. Okay.
I mean, I could do it tomorrow.
There's no need for that. There's no need. I don't think we'll have problems like this again.
Should I roll insight on that?
Probably.
I guess
he doesn't even know.
Well, you're in luck.
Graham believes him. Yeah. You could ask Fiffle for a reroll.
This is where you go. Can I get the halfling luck?
Yeah, I was like,
May
I'll
not.
take that cut of your jib.
Wait, is this in front of the innkeeper?
I assumed
No,
you'd
I
take
took him
it.
aside to
Oh,
chew him out
Let's
about
go
it.
right to our room.
because he would have been like, this is normal. Don't worry.
It's better than the alternative, believe me. Believe me.
All right. Outside of the bar is Kaido and Sathra. But having gotten the rooms, Kaido brings her in. Like, thought she might try to escape, but she didn't. Well, Val did.
I take your pardon.
Yeah, that was the responsible one here. Not.
No, like Val tried to escape? What?
No, Graham, she did.
Probably trying to escape.
She tried to escape. Or, no, she didn't. Val thought she might, but she didn't.
Let's try another insight.
Kaido is telling the truth, and it is just really... You get the vibe that Ian is attempting to play Kaido and doesn't play him as well as Rami.
Gotcha. Okay. So you probably shouldn't take first shift.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess we take the rooms. Do we want two? I would say probably two people awake at a time. One person in the room with her,
Yeah.
one person outside.
Yeah, at least two for each shift, I think.
So I guess Graham will go first, and I guess I might as well be in the room with her.
Okay.
Because you're infallible and will not be corrupted
Oh
or
no,
swayed by
I'm
every word.
absolutely waiting for us to get fucked. She's still a spellcaster.
Oh, we better like gag her too, then probably, or whatever. Spellcaster team to talk.
Depends on the spellcaster and the spell.
Mm.
I guess it is the safest thing to do, and it's the most likely time for her to make a move.
Look, if she starts acting all magic-y, we got to go to the innkeeper, buy a draft of knock you the fuck out, and do that. I'm pretty sure they can't cast nothing while they're unconscious.
Roll for lithium. Okay.
All you do is just cure her bipolar disorder.
I'm cured. I'm terribly sorry. I'd like to go back and face justice now. And then none of us believe her. All right. Ba-dum-bum-bum. I guess Graham will start a watch. Somebody can be the buddy on that.
All right.
Who wants to watch outside then?
Okay.
Good.
All right. Go ahead and roll perception. All right. Well, Graham, you watch her intently. You don't fall asleep, but she kind of nods off pretty quickly.
Okay.
The night, or at least your shift, passes without incident. Let's see. So it's about 4 a.m. right now.
Okay. One out, or two out, two in. Kaido and somebody.
We have like an odd number, unless. So it's weird.
Shit, you're right.
Yep, 5.
We're down a cat. We had nice, clean numbers.
Like we have Aurora, but she's a dog. Wolf.
Well, she can. At least she could bork real loud.
Yeah, she can.
I should help you watch.
Yeah, if you're happy and you know it, bork real loud.
Um. I guess Fern can be outside if Cat is going to be inside or whichever. I don't care. Which one works better?
I don't know.
Or I can be inside and he can stand outside the door. I don't know.
Well, it's all up to you.
So who's late? Yeah, I guess I can be inside.
All right, Fern and Otto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You're inside, you said?
Yeah.
Hold.
I would prefer not to have Kaido on his own with her inside the room.
I was about to
Yeah.
say we might want to
Yeah.
do one person on the mid shift and then two on the end shift.
The person who is on the mid shift, the overlap, is not going to get the benefit of a long rest because they have been up too long. So,
Kaido.
I'll stay inside.
I can do it. I'm only missing like 8 hit points.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And I can have Aurora inside with me, I guess, and we just won't have anyone outside the door.
You just all shoved into the same room with her.
What? Me and Aurora? Me and Aurora?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it's just me and a wolf. And
Yeah, they are
person.
both very small.
That's true. Yeah, I guess. Well,
Not
the wolf
huge.
is medium, but Fern is small. So. All right. Go ahead. Roll perception.
Nice.
Yeah, Fern. I mean, she's unconscious. Like she's fallen asleep, and you can hear her quietly like snoring. The shift passes without incident.
Yeah.
He's doing the me.
Yeah. It is on to Fiffle and who else?
Kaido? No, we
Kaido.
just yes, Kaido.
Kaido.
I thought
Okay.
we put Kaido outside for that last one because we didn't want
No.
Kaido to be in the room with her because he's
We
literally a
did.
walking meme.
We were gonna do Piffle and Kaido on the last one, I think, because we've only had one in the middle, right?
I don't know anymore.
All right.
I thought that's what we discussed. I'm not sure.
Kaido is just like, all right, well, I'll watch outside if you're gonna call me a walking meme, Auto.
Oop, meme knowledge.
Good, I got exactly what I wanted.
Do what you must. I've already won.
All right. So Fiffle, if you're on the inside, can you go ahead and roll perception?
Okay. One moment. Perception.
Okay. You don't really see too much. I mean, it seems pretty quiet. Although about halfway through, you just hear her talking to you. Hey, you. Hey, you want to make some money?
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. Well, these guys taking me for a bounty, but I can get you way more money than that, and you don't got to share with them, right?
Go on.
All right. Look, I don't even need you to like undo my locks. I can get out of myself.
I bet you could.
I just cast a sleep spell on you, sneak out the window, and I'll put a little note in your pocket that'll show you where to pick up some extra cash.
Sounds like a scam.
You can trust me on this one. Look, I got money. Here, I'll tell you what. I will give
I say stuff like that to people all the time. Almost always lie.
True, but you're probably not getting brought down to get executed, are you?
Frequently, yes.
Oh, well, fair enough. Look, I got friends who are getting to get me out of Viderheim, get me to someplace else. They can get you the money, all right? You know the Iron Masters? They pay a lot. You do me a solid and you'll get the money, okay?
Tell you what,
Yeah?
I'll think about it. We're gonna be traveling a long time.
Yeah, it's true. We are. I'm patient. As we travel, I can get you maybe a little more confident that I'm going to get you the money. Just keep it in mind.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll think about it.
All right.
Don't think about it.
With that, she closes her eyes and goes back to sleep. The rest of the shift ends without too much trouble. It's about 10 a.m. At the end of your shift to get the full 8 hours.
Works.
But yes, everyone but Fern gets the benefit of a long rest. Sorry, Fern. That's that. That's the problem with the mid shift.
You got stuck with the swing shift.
All right. But yeah, you wake up in the morning. You see that your prisoner is still there.
Okay.
Can I out of character this? Show of hands, who expected that to actually happen with either Kaido or Fiffle?
Fern already has her hand up, so
Because I did. I was waiting for it.
The VR remains eternally sus.
So
Cool.
what are we getting paid for this bounty again?
I believe it is 800 gold.
It's a good amount.
Yep.
Yeah. Graham will buy everybody food and or give everybody food, including our prisoner. Do I want to? No, we're in an inn. I'm gonna spend money instead of a spell slot.
Okay.
Think like a gold piece would give everybody some basic food.
Yeah.
It's not glamorous, but it gets the job done.
All right. You head down to the bar area then to get the food. Okay. The bartender at this point sees Sathra in daylight. Fellas, I don't know what you're doing, but we don't allow that here.
She's a necromancer and a grave robber. We're taking her in.
Well, necromancy ain't illegal. I guess grave robbing
Grave robbing is.
That's true, depending on the grave.
Dwarven grave.
Yeah, they're real cranky about robbers.
She does say to you, I'm gonna have to correct that. I'm not a necromancer.
Am I just imagining that? I'm just imagining. Okay, just a grave robber. Yes.
Known to Mance.
Just a grave robber. I do mance, but not necrally.
I mance selectively. I'm a discerning mancer.
Graham, go ahead and make a persuasion roll to persuade the bartender. As
it's about the best I could hope for, honestly.
I mean, all right. If you ain't gonna stay here more than a night, I wish you had told me last night, though. I don't really bring in prisoners here, you know.
Fair. Graham will toss him another gold for his trouble.
All right. That I'll forgive.
And with that, we're already gone. Get our victuals and get.
We're going to the priest.
The temple first, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Head to the temple. And you meet up with the cleric. No, you'd actually met up with him earlier. Let's see here. Yep, Jazat Underforge, dwarven cleric. He sees you all. You're able to find the crypt, all right?
Yeah. Though we've found some stolen material that needs returned to it. I can do some rituals of Eidos, but I don't know how rightly appreciated that would be. I figured I would consult with you first. Graham has the a separate bag of the stolen crypt money.
All right. May I can take the bag and we can return it to the crypt.
Thank you.
As you go to reach for the bag, you feel it is empty.
Ah, damn it.
I didn't really feel it.
Looking at the bag, you see a rip on the underside. You're not sure when it got ripped or when the money spilled out.
Naturally. Well, shit. I'll have to figure something out because we have a couple of ticking projects right now.
I mean, you could have just left the money in the
various
crypt.
emotions passing across Piffle's face.
Yeah,
First he's annoyed, and then he's shocked, and then he's upset, and then he's shocked again.
The cleric, you could have just left the stolen money in the crypt, though. I mean, you didn't have to.
Oh no, wasn't trying to. We found it after we already left.
And curse. I need
You're digging a hole.
restoration.
Yeah, greater restoration? Yes, I can assist with that. Now, mind you, there is going to be a fee.
I expected it.
200 gold. Cover both cost of material and labor.
I've got it if we need to, and I'm back to broke again.
That's fine. Go ahead.
All right. He takes out a diamond. Actually, was it a diamond? Diamond dust. He takes out diamond dust, and you can see him go up to you, Otto. He just kind of waves his hand, starts reciting the words. You can see the magic runes appear in front, and then he just tosses the diamond dust and kind of flows over you, and you feel your body return back to the original
Your back doesn't
age.
hurt anymore.
I mean, your back didn't really hurt as you were only 31, but you have a few less wrinkles, feel a little more limber, and you have the aging effect returned back to normal.
I have an out of character question on aging.
It's,
If you age far enough ahead, do you get stat penalties?
no, there's no stat penalties. Theoretically, technically, if you got aged too much, you would die, but there's
Yeah.
no actual mechanic in the game for that.
No, I was just wondering. I was like, yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Okay.
But I know there are some games like that where as you get older, you get I think increased wisdom and intelligence,
Yeah,
but
in
reduced.
3.5.
Your strength and your
stuff like
constitution
that.
scores go down, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just kind of wondering that.
But not in 5e, no. So, all right. Oh, and this is the grave robber. He points to Sathra, who does her best to wave.
Just whistles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did she steal anything else?
Mm. Not that I know of.
Okay.
Aliens
Well,
don't exist
I
anymore.
will keep an eye out for the money. I'm assuming it fell in town.
Uh, uh,
Between here and the inn, I think, right?
I'm gonna insight on Fiffle while having this conversation.
Okay, go ahead. Fiffle did not take the money. He is actually as shocked as you are that it's missing.
Anyway, yeah, it would be between here and the inn. This is where I conducted a search and found it.
Okay. Well, I'll take a peek. Hopefully nobody grabs it before then.
Thank you.
So where are you off to next? I can try and give you some directions if you need to.
And where were we bringing this lady?
Vaxfall.
Oh fuck me, all the way back. God damn it.
We also
we're going to.
We also have to stop at Tolva for the quest.
Right.
We were gonna try to take the boats back, but I don't know if we beat the ice. It's been a while.
No, sorry, folks. The river's frozen solid. Fishermen are, well, they're going onto the ice and cutting holes in it, but you ain't gonna get no boats. You can at least cross the ice if you don't go on anything rotten.
Might have to, unfortunately.
Well, you got a few options. You can head back up north to Kirog, try and cross the bridge, go by Silsanis, take the main road down that way. Probably going to be your best bet, as you'll see a few more travelers there, keeping the roads mostly open. Alternatively, you can head south to Plast. What was the name of that town? Varby. That's our sister town down Southmore, and cross the river over the ice there if you can find a thick enough piece.
What kind of timelines are we looking at?
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to head. If you go to Kirog, you're heading north, getting to going south again. If you go to Fernby, or I'm sorry, Varby, then you're just heading south. I mean, you got a mountain range you got to cross. Otherwise, though, that's the real problem. If you can find a pace through it.
Might need to.
Question: Could the wizard over in Kirok teleport us to Vaxfall?
You know he's able to teleport. You don't know if he would actually do it on your behalf.
It's probably going to be expensive if we ask him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy's kind of an asshole.
People just has a grudge at him. Well,
Fiffle and Kaido.
It's really Lucian and Kaido, right? Because I don't think the wizard knew that Fiffle was the one pulling the strings.
I feel like half your team doesn't like him and half is at least neutral on him.
Yeah, Graham.
Oh, I like him because he puts spider babies in Lucian and he
has
makes
level 50
Bonnie
consequences
into the Incredible Hulk and then pass out. What about could we ask Hank's dad?
What do you want?
You think your dad could help us with a quick teleport to Vaxfall?
Maybe. You could talk to him.
Anybody else see a when and not trying?
I might be able to
No.
magic something up, but I'm not sure.
Where is he?
How do we connect to the menu? I don't remember. It's been so long.
I think let's see. We've got the Varos orb, which can do ascending once a day. Was that him? Baron Varos?
Yep.
We do have that orb we can send to him.
Okay.
We can ask him.
It's been a while since that thing came up.
The last time we talked to him was in Kirog when he just took us to the other wizard.
Actually, it wasn't. You saw
Oh no,
him.
he showed up at the little pyramid thing.
Yep. It's a ziggurat.
Yeah, ziggurat. This one we play once a month. It's hard to remember these things.
Technically play 4 times a month. We just got screwed over by the holidays.
Now we just got to resume inertia. Anyway, yeah, I guess we can use that to do ascending. Who wants to do ascending, or is it Graham?
I think you're the one with it. You were the most responsible one that would communicate with a wizard.
All right, let me look up how sending works again.
Okay.
Is it the 25? Yeah, 25 words or less. So we're in. What's the name of this town again?
You are in Varby.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry.
That's
Finby.
the other one.
Vin,
Yeah.
you're in Finby. Yes, thank you. You know, this is why I should never make sister cities with similar names, and I do it constantly too. I don't know why. You're in Finby.
I'm doing the word count thing.
Okay.
Hello, can you accept us with a teleportation to Vaxwell? We have a criminal with us.
Yeah, I'm basically doing that.
She's magical.
Can you get to us? I think this is less than 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, 18. In fact, I will send and specify with this sending spell, crossed blades in Finby, escorting prisoner mage to Vaxfall. Cannon, will you get to us and teleport us there? Question mark.
Okay. Sending the spell doesn't take more than a moment, but you get a response. Thank you for your sending. I am currently traveling the plane. Actually, I'm currently traveling the planes.
He out of office message.
Motherfucker.
And this sending spell has gone to a capture device. I will return your sending as soon as I am able.
Damn it. No dice. Should have known.
I had that one in the tank for since he gave you that orb.
I know they're gonna try to use this to shortcut something, and I'm going to be there.
I assume you thought we would try to shortcut almost everything.
Technically, what I thought was, because there's a 5% chance of it failing, he would have thought up a way to prevent that from occurring by creating a little magic messaging system.
All right.
So if we're here, right?
You are, basically there. Yep.
And we have these mountains.
Uh-huh.
Could we not just, if the river's fucking frozen, that they can actually need to cut ice to fish, can't we just cross right here?
Might be able to.
Now, this is what I'm proposing to the party.
I mean, we can give it a go.
I mean, there's an island here, I guess, that we could aim for as a temporary stopping point on the way across, and then we're back on the road. Then we can cross the Tolva, avoid Drindir.
I guess we can. Might as well.
Okay.
Also, how wide is this river again?
Well, the river varies in width, depending where it is.
Yeah, 'cause I know you said
on
it's not to
average,
scale, really.
it is several hundred feet across. You're looking at about maybe 400 to 500 feet.
Okay.
And the section
It's
you're
a
looking at
long-
specifically is also wider.
Right here. I expect right here to be way wider.
Yep.
It's a long way to ford, but not necessarily impossible.
Yeah, well, my thing is there's this island like this. What are they called? Like an islet?
Islet?
Yeah, an island still works.
Right there that we could, depending what it looks like, I'm assuming it's kind of flattish considering.
Just
But
use that as a midpoint to make the
a
crossing.
midpoint, and then we can recover whatever there, then cross again.
Okay, so like go
So,
to that
good place
island
to
and then
shoot
straight
for.
across.
Yeah, I'll ask because this region is kind of native to the dwarves. Let's say we'll ask them: what's this island? How flat is it?
Oh, do you bring out your map and you ask the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that island's pretty flat. I mean, there's actually a small town there.
Is there a crossing to it that's natural, that's not frozen?
Um, in the summer, most people take a boat to and from. But I mean, the river's frozen now. You could possibly cross. Uh, I think they send out hunters during the winter to keep themselves fed and the like. But but the town's primarily fishermen.
That's fine. It's just the quicker way to cross across over here is what we're looking at. I don't know. Sound good to you guys?
Unless there's any reason not to.
Objection.
Objection?
No objection.
No objection. Okay.
And so when we get to the town, Lucian decides to return to the party, and Grant is like, "Who is this wizard you have replaced me with? She's not even French cut."
She's not French
She's
passing.
not even hot. Just
All
like
right,
super catty.
let's do that, I guess.
All right. The cleric there tells you, well, looking about a 1 day, probably a 1.5 day trip to actually get to the riverbank, and then you got to cross it itself.
Yeah.
But if you can manage that, yeah.
No objections here, I guess.
Let's
We got to do something.
Oh, objection. No objection.
Okay, then let's hit the road, I guess.
That'll be the plan then.
All right.
Let me try.
So it's about 11 a.m. right now. So you got a few hours. Yeah, you got like a half a day of daylight left.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, and Ed, did you or did I pay for the remove curse?
I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I have a decent fallback because I'm trying to pay off the inn, so I'm not spending willy nilly like somebody. And I'll look at Kaido.
Kaido is too busy conversing with Val. You see him furrowing his brow, holding the sword. No, I could never. I don't want to. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sounds like it's going well.
And Otto, you have the
who wears
D&D equivalent of glitter on you with those that diamond dust. Don't breathe in too much.
We know who wears the pants in the Val Kaido relationship.
Something ego score.
It's the object without legs.
Okay. Onward and downward.
You know, it is sort of a Master Blaster situation thinking about it. All right.
Just waiting for him to ask who run Barter Town next time we go shopping. I would like an 8 billion% discount, please.
All right. So, you head out from the town. There aren't really a lot of trails that are heading to the actual, like the way you want to go. So this is very snow covered. So it's going to take you a little bit of effort to get to it. So can you start by somebody making a survival roll just to try and make your way there to the riverbank?
Before the survival expert.
Ask the rabbit.
All right.
Enjoy the
23.
D4s because I think I'm gonna get rid of that cantrip pretty soon.
All right. Fern. So yeah, with Otto's guidance and your own survival capabilities, you are able to. Yeah, it's 11 a.m. To an extent, you can use the sun as to determine your position, like east-west. You're able to find a flat piece of land that you're able to travel across that actually is not too snow-covered. I mean, for you, it probably goes up to your knees. For everybody else, it goes up not quite to the D.
Or needs a hoverboard.
Well, she can also ride Aurora, who's probably a little
Yeah.
bit more equipped to run through snow.
Yeah, but a hoverboard. On a rabbit.
But it does take you about half. Actually, no, it gets to about night before you're even at the riverbank itself. The sun has gone down and it is currently evening.
Can we see the island?
No, you're not even near the riverbank itself.
Oh, I thought you said we were at the.
You're approaching it, but no, the river you suspect is probably another like half day, as he mentioned, especially going through snow.
And I guess we break down into camp again.
Yeah. I'll take the middle watch this time so Fern can get her stuff back.
Okay. All right, who's on shift one?
Graham and Kaido, or were we gonna avoid doubling?
Kaido says, "That's a good idea, Graham."
Graham decides it's not a good idea.
Changed my mind. No, we gotta. This sounds really mean, but we gotta get his shift out of the way somewhere.
It's okay, Graham. Val will tell me all.
Val haven't you told us Val can't see outside of the sheath?
Oh, I don't keep him in my sheath. He has to see the world. He's been in that cave for like 1,000 years or longer.
Right, okay. Well, maybe that'll help, but just in case you keep an eye out too, right, buddy?
Yeah, of course. Now, Graham, you can't hear what Val and I say about you, right?
Oh.
Oh, good. Okay, we're fine then.
Wait. Is this like everybody going to sleep right now? Well, this conversation's happening
This is like as we're deciding
I can hear
on
him,
watch order.
and I can hear you.
You can
Told
hear
him yes and just freaked him out.
That's
Yes,
what
but only me. I'm the only one.
Don't worry, Graham.
All honorable people can hear Val.
We'll make our way. So, like Graham.
I'm just gonna start rolling perception for my shift.
I actually don't have Rami's stats, I don't believe, so.
Jesus.
And I will roll that.
And then it's a
While
minus one.
sleeping, Fiffle rolls over and finger guns at Graham in his sleep,
He's
giving
like-
him the nat
he's
20.
He just like turns over halfling.
Actually, it is a reaction, so unfortunately, Fiffle is unable to grant the
Yeah.
that. So
Okay.
that
I'm not
13
surprised,
is
man.
actually, I think it's a 12
Yeah, it's
because
a 12. I know he has a minus one. 'cause
yeah. So
Alas.
You can tell the difference between a W and an M.
all right, but the evening passes without incident, or at
All
least your
wake up
shift
dead.
does. Who is on shift number 2?
Me and I guess me.
Aurora could sit with you.
Okay.
A wolf stalks up to you, Otto, and slaps her butt down.
Okay. I'll pet Aurora. Let's see how bad my. I'll do this for Rami. See. Here,
How
I'll
does
do,
Roll
Aurora
the animal
act?
handling.
Here,
Sure.
I'll do an animal handling.
Not bad.
Oh, wow.
Aurora appreciates it, I suppose.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. Let me see here. Perception, right?
Yes. Yep. And
Yeah, that doesn't count because I know I can't do it for.
yeah, we'll just do the 18, but it's still pretty high. And Lena, you can roll Aurora's perception as well if you'd like.
Oh, okay. Let's get hers. What is
Probably more
What is
perceptive
perception?
than me.
I don't.
What would it be? Wisdom?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Wow.
Nice.
I think she
See,
gets a
more-
plus to that as well.
And then she
thinking
gets +3. My proficiency.
Aurora
More perceptive than me.
sniffs the air, but eventually curls up into a ball.
It goes to
Your
sleep.
shift passes without incident. Auto.
Alright.
And who is on shift number 3?
Piffle and-
Fern and
And
Fiffle.
Fiffle.
Okay.
greatest rogue in the history of rogues.
All right. Fern, Fiffle, please give me your roll of perception to make sure that you don't see anything.
I don't like that phrasing.
Yeah, all right. Man, Aurora was better than mine.
Roll to see if you see it.
Yeah.
All right. You don't really see anything, although Fiffle, it's eerie, but Sathra has kind of managed to actually get up next to you without you noticing.
Hey.
Shut. Easy there. Shh. I just wanted to see if you want to make some more money. You know, our discussion from the previous night.
Go back to sleep, you. It's spooky out here.
All right. And actually, Fern, you're unable to hear this conversation as she's very sneaky. But
that's where the person. Okay.
yeah, Fiffle.
Yeah.
You just tell her to go back to bed?
Yep.
All right.
Does she?
She kind of rolls back over to where she was and dozes off again. Your shift passes without incident, and the sun peers above the horizon as the morning is approached. It's about 8 a.m.
Son.
The sun.
Check. Oh, Graham, are you using a spell slot to cast the...
We did buy rations last time we were out. Do we want to have another 3rd level spell slot, which is kind of dear, or do we want to have auto food? I can just keep the spell prepared, and we could just eat rations if you guys want.
That's fine.
Cool.
You.
Okay. You'll have to subtract an extra ration for Sathra.
Yeah, I'll give her one from my stock.
She does her best to kind of eat with her hands behind her back.
Here comes the airplane.
Kind of,
No.
wait. You know what? Make Kaido feed her. This is something he would probably do in a brothel that he's incriminated.
I get the feeling asking to feed her would get you a roll of survival check to see if you accidentally murder them with a spoon.
Kaido's like, oh, I could put the thing on Val and then see if she can eat it off of Val. Here
How
comes
does Val
the...
feel about that?
Turns out all these secret roles we don't know that are happening is her
Val's
seducing
growing
Val.
disappointment meter.
Her seducing Val, and now she's more honorable than Kaido.
Oh. Okay, Val says I'm not supposed to use him for feeding people. Or...
Yeah, I kind of figured.
And also he's verified no food on him at all. Don't use him for chopping wood. Don't... Really? Not even for that? Fine.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Ask him if he's ever been seduced by a mortal. Because Kaido will do that.
Kaido just listens to Val. He says no.
Well, all right. Graham takes another moment to question how his life reached this point.
Technically, he says he doesn't remember, but he thinks no. Technically, he says he's not even sure how that would happen as he is a sword. Although he doesn't remember if he was always a sword or if he was maybe something else that was not a sword at one point.
Is Kaido telling us this?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, ask him if he's ever wondered about his origins.
Oh, yeah. He just says he doesn't remember.
Well, tell him if he ever remembers that we can help him find his origin story.
Okay. I mean, I don't have to tell him; he can hear you. But
Okay.
Hi, Val.
he says hi,
Hi,
Graham.
Val. Thank you for keeping Kaido in check.
Hey!
He says you're welcome.
No, because Kaido be like, see, they're nice. Hey.
Val says you're a dick.
Does he?
I'm gonna insight that.
Does
Go ahead.
Val say?
Go ahead and roll insight. Oh no, you get the feeling that it's less Val and more Kaido saying that.
It's like I don't think you know who Val is anymore.
Shut up! I know Val. He's my sword.
You're a terrible liar. That's all I have to tell you.
I'll have you know I'm a fantastic liar. And to prove it, I will tell you a dark secret about myself. That I am your father. And it's actually 15.
Am I supposed to insight that? Or it's like I'm
It's
gonna-
not. It's pretty obviously he's not, but he sells it relatively convincingly.
I'm gonna
Which is
just
actually
do
surprising, for all things considered.
Who's claiming to be whose father? Val.
Kaido is saying that he's
Val
my
is Kaido's
father.
I'm your father now.
If you'd like, you could roll an insight check.
I mean,
Papa.
technically, from my backstory, my dad died in the freaking village fire. So
I mean, it's obviously a lie, but he
I know.
sells it relatively convincingly. Actually, I don't know what to do in the skill check case. I mean,
he's a 15 and I'm a 16.
yeah,
I literally will just. I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
Otter,
Yep, I
my
forgot
dad
to
actually
subtract
died in
it.
the-
So-
in-
like you knew it was a lie right from the start, and you figure for other people who maybe don't know him, they could possibly believe him, but yeah, he just doesn't
don't
quite
think-
get it, like for you, Otto. Like you know that he's obviously not only lying, but not even doing a strictly great job of it. He did his best, but his best wasn't good enough.
Seems like the story of his life.
Rami's gonna watch the VODs and he's just gonna be like, "Fuck you guys."
I think we all know what the score was, Kaido. Look, as
Kaido
long-
0, everything else.
Hey, Kaido's actually gotten some good wins in. Hell, he killed the dragon.
Oh yeah, no, he's good at what he does.
He's
But
also
He's our
claustrophobic.
Harmbo. He's the party Harmbo.
But he's funnier when he fails, is what I like about him.
Yeah, like the side job in Tova with the wagon where he where he fucking Misty stepped back onto the thing to grab it.
My favorite is still the one where he started committing crimes to make money and came out with less money than he started.
Yeah.
You know how they say crime doesn't pay?
It does for the other way.
But all right. I mean, yeah. So it is morning. You have had your rations. Sathra has managed to kind of getting the ration block between her knees. Has managed to eat it without help from others. All while this discussion is occurring.
Just kind of like, dear God, these are the fuckers who are bringing me in. I mean, they got Capone on tax evasion.
Don't they have El Chapo too?
But what would you all like to do now?
I keep heading.
Yeah, keep heading toward that town island.
Okay.
Mhm.
Takes a few more hours, about 3 hours, but you do eventually reach the bank of the river. Looking over, yes, the river itself has frozen solid. You don't even see any water moving, and with it being so flat and there not being any trees in the way, you are actually able to see out to the to this small island. It looks to be, you mostly see like a few buildings dotting the edge, some trees. The island itself, from the distance you can see, looks to be several hundred feet. Actually, it probably would stretch a good half a mile, you would suspect. in length, and the width would cover a larger section of the river, as this area is definitely like a lot wider. So you suspect it probably goes maybe a good quarter of a mile in width itself.
Hmm.
Just enough to keep a very small town on. In fact, I wouldn't even call it a town. You would think it'd be maybe a hamlet or
A settlement.
yeah, like a settlement.
So from the coast to from coast to coast, how much ice would we be walking on?
If the island wasn't there, you'd probably have to cross a good, probably half a mile.
And from coast to island, from where we are.
You're looking at probably like 400 feet.
That's pretty good. I mean, it's still 400 feet of crossing ice, but it's certainly a better shot.
I mean, you see some people on the ice fishing.
How much weight are they like overall having on this ice?
It just looks like small wooden shacks, like very thin, narrow, like slightly wider than an outhouse-looking thing.
Is Graham enough of a country boy to know how to cross a frozen stream?
Well, you could roll survival and find out.
Let's find out.
I mean, Graham is pretty sure that if there's people on the ice is probably thick enough.
Yeah, I mean, I can be the first one to go by it.
Yeah,
we'll go by one. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll at least spread ourselves out a good bit. We'll make sure.
All right. I will go first.
You guys know I can't swim, right?
Yep. Don't worry,
right.
buddy. You're late. It's gonna break. It probably won't be you.
Yeah.
Step on the ice.
Yep.
Seems okay. You don't feel any give on the ice on the area you're at.
Yeah, and then I will carefully, step by step, walk across.
Okay.
Being
now, are you
paying extra attention to the if I hear any cracks or anything like that?
Okay. Are you traveling the full 400 feet, and then the next person's going?
I will. I don't know if who's going behind me. Maybe I'll go about halfway. Maybe somebody wants to follow after that.
Okay.
Yeah, that should probably be good.
Yeah, a decent spread out, but we can also run to help each other if we need to, but not all bunched together.
How are you getting Safara across though?
She can go. She can go with Fiffle.
Currently, she's sitting on Reggie.
That's right.
I don't think Reggie should cross the ice. He's probably pretty heavy.
If nothing else, he's got 4 tiny spindly legs that he distributes the weight across. So we'd either have to push him while they're all on the ice, or we'd have to be careful with him taking steps. So yeah, might have to unsummon and then resummon him on the other side.
Yep. Otto, Reggie just says, "Hey, you should tell Fern not to insult my weight, please. It's very rude."
Fern, please don't insult Reggie's weight. He's self-conscious about it.
I'm sorry, it wasn't an insult. I just didn't want him to fall through the ice. Okay.
It's okay. I forgive you.
I just noticed something. When did they add this short and long rest button in the sheet?
It's new. It's all new. They they added in a lot of new things that I've noticed recently. Especially if you attack with a weapon, they put in some different stuff with it.
Really? Let me see.
Yeah, go ahead. Give it a shot. See, and then you click the one-handed, the longsword one-handed button. Yep. They put in that little button. I think because people were not realizing that was a button you could click.
Okay. That was like, wait, there's a button there.
Honestly, I don't even know what short or long rest does to the character sheet itself.
It definitely reset my HP.
Oh, well,
and
nice.
I think it reset my spell slots.
Yeah, it did that for mine.
Let me check.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah, it gave me back all my spell slots.
Okay, that's actually really nice. I hadn't noticed that yet, but I don't think I took a long rest in the game I play. But
it doesn't do your hit dice though for short rest. It looks like.
Yeah, but that's because you can choose the amount you want to utilize.
Yeah.
But
I figured it'd be 1 per each click. That's why. Yeah. I mean, do we have a rope? I can also.
We do have a rope. We've got adventure stuff. Yeah, one of us can hold the rope from like 30 feet out. If you want, we could also like chain us with her in the middle. So if she tried to like run towards one person or the other or something, both people could pull. But that's getting
Yeah.
into like paranoia. On the other hand, not getting into
Look,
paranoia is how Ian gets you.
3 of us played Dark Heresy. We're all probably paranoid.
My character concept was hypervigilance. But yeah, I suggest we're gonna and
I'll see.
obviously
Like,
Otto
I'll
gets the call.
telepathically ask Reggie, like, "Are you confident in getting across this ice?"
Well, I've never crossed ice before, but I'll give it a good try. I mean, I guess if I fall through, I can just come back.
I will summon you with due haste if you fall through, buddy.
Okay, I trust you.
Out of character. At least somebody trusts me.
I mean, he's technically the spirit of your dog in a horse body.
I know.
What a good horse dog.
A hog?
A hog.
A dorse.
A drorse?
A dorse.
My God.
I
He's
feel
a dorsey. All right.
Dorse.
Dude, so should Reggie follow after me then?
At length, I would say maybe.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll do that. I like when I get about 100 feet, 125 feet, I'll tell him to start following me
Okay.
slowly.
Reggie starts following across the ice. It's pretty slick. He's kind of struggling, especially with his like thin hooves. It's like the hooves are narrow.
Yeah.
He gets about halfway across, and the ice gives out from under him. He starts to fall through as the ice shatters, and he's just in the water, attempting to keep his head above.
Nice.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, now I've done something.
I can't summon it because you'll fall in.
Oh.
Who's behind him? Actually,
I
is
believe
also
you were
important.
first, so I think the entirety of the team is still
No, I know, but I mean in like linear fashion.
Graham, maybe?
I guess, yeah. So I guess Graham will start heading over carefully.
All right. Graham, do you make any attempt to save Reggie?
I'm summoning him over to me.
Yeah, I think the idea is I get her off of his back, or out of the water, and then we unsummon and resummon him.
All
So
right.
I'm just looking to extract.
Yeah, so while he does that, I'll start summoning Reggie back.
All right. Actually, I think it's fine. All right. So you just immediately unsummon Reggie?
Once Graham has our captive, we went through a lot of like effort to keep a captive alive.
I mean, we need to.
Yeah.
All right. So Reggie is struggling to stay above
I started the
water.
ritual, so well, can I just dissipate him?
You can cause him to disappear anytime you want.
Okay.
Graham will try to get over there and pull what's her face off.
Okay. Graham, as you are approaching, the ice begins to give out from underneath you as well.
Okay, Graham will back off around and see if he can find a thicker approach.
She attempts to leap off of Reggie to avoid drowning, but unfortunately, with the chains around her, she hits the ice and begins to is really unable to swim with her hands and legs bound. So she is struggling to keep her head above water.
Yeah. I'm looking through my options. Anybody got any ideas?
Frozen river rescues are well above my pay grade, Graham.
Yeah, that's about what I figured.
How far away is she from me? I've dissipated Reggie at this point once she like leapt off.
125 feet, you said?
Just need to like shoot an arrow at something, or
Let's see here. Let me check my spell slot. F3, okay. How does Misty Step work with another person?
I think you can take one person with you. No, you teleport up to 30 feet of space you can see. If you can teleport others, it says it.
So can't do another person, right?
No.
I thought it was 60 for some reason.
Nope, 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
Hmm. Well, I have an emergency rescue we can use on her, which is a little backwards, but
Yeah, Graham, the ice is falling out from under you, and you're starting to, like, fall
okay.
into the water itself as the ice is giving.
Okay, so I got to keep moving away, or I need to roll something.
Make an athletics to attempt to avoid having the ice just. Unfortunately, the ice collapses, especially with the weight of your armor, and you are in the water as well.
Lovely.
But on the plus side, you're actually close to her.
Delightful. Graham is going to try to get out.
So I have an adventure. I have I guess, an adventurers pack I never opened up. So I guess there's rope in there.
Yeah, I believe so. Should be about, I think, 30 feet of rope.
I guess I'll glide over there on the ice.
All right.
And we just never opened it. Explorer's pack.
Graham, you see her head like going under the water. And,
okay, you know what? Kaido, use your boots of flying and pull her out.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. He flies over to her.
Mhm.
He is going to make an athletics, which is at a plus, I want to say 2 or 3. So he's able to.
No, I thought it was like 4.
I don't think he has a 20, does he?
I thought that's a 5.
No, you're right. Anyway, either way, it's enough. He picks her up. He just kind of reaches in. Ooh, chilly. Pulls her out and then flies her the rest of the way to like the other side and drops her down. Graham, you want me to stay with her or go and get you?
For fuck's sakes. Otto, Misty step over to them and then he can come get me.
Look, wait, he just dropped her off at me.
On the other side.
I would have been over here then. I would have just gone back.
You had glided over towards them, remember?
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'll Misty step back toward them.
Okay. Graham, you are. It's freezing cold. In fact, you are taking 4 points of cold damage.
All right. Graham will continue trying to find thick enough ice to either grab onto or climb out with.
Okay. Graham, go and make another athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer. You're able to find a section of ice that is thick enough, and you're able to. It takes some effort, especially because of how slick it is. But using like the tools in your pack, you're able to kind of get a grip on the ice and pull yourself out. You're really cold. Can you give me a Constitution save, please?
Nice.
But you're fine. You are able to avoid the effect of the cold and the water, and you're able to avoid a negative effect from that.
Yay.
What's the negative of that?
It would have been exhaustion.
Okay.
As your body basically like gets its strength sapped from just the this is really cold, mind. This is like really cold water. People who get into like fall through like frozen ice,
you can be dead in minutes.
Yeah. So, but Graham, through his physical capabilities and quick thinking, is able to prevent that from occurring. For now. For now.
For now.
Not TPK'd by a river today.
Graham will, once we get to that point, just make himself wide on the ice until he can get picked up by Kaido.
All right. Kaido flies over to Graham. Don't worry, Graham. I got you. He picks you up and... Oh, no, Graham, I'm sorry! And he drops you. And you hit the ice, and you...
It cracks again, doesn't it?
Fall through.
Yeah. Piffle's just like on the riverbank.
I made another roll, and it came out real bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Save your bad rolls for bosses.
Graham, I got you. Don't worry. And to Kaido's word, he does reach in and pull you out and bring you on. Although Graham can make me another Constitution save.
I would love to.
And you're fine. Just really, really cold. Hey, look at that, Graham. Second time's a charm, right?
Yep. Sure is, buddy.
You actually see some fishermen who are at the shacks. They're slowly making their way towards you.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, guys, you all right? That's I wouldn't cross this river here.
Well, it's done now, mostly.
Hey, come with
Okay.
me. Come over here if you can.
Okay.
They as you do you approach him?
I guess, yeah.
As you approach, a couple more fishermen come. They throw a towel or a big kind of thick wool blanket on you. Like, we got a fire on the ice here. Come here.
Thank you.
They bring you inside the shack and they have you sit next to this like fire that they've started. Just basically like a small little stone like brazier lifted off of the ice itself with a bit of wood and in it that has a small fire cooking.
Is everybody rounded up here?
Oh, I wouldn't have more than a couple people in here, friend.
That's what I thought.
But if your buddies can get across the other side, we can get you into town. I have a lot of people there, but better than nothing.
It's a must.
So this is where Kaido goes and says, "I will pick up Aurora and fail my animal handling check for the day."
And he's
Aurora,
going.
no, no.
I'll take care of
We'll
her.
walk across.
Aurora, as a wolf, not even a big wolf, kind of comfortably just walks across the ice to the other side.
Nonchalantly, like the
You get on my
amateurs.
level casuals.
Fiffle and Fern, being also small and thus lighter weight, are able to also just make their way across the ice without too much trouble. Graham, the fisherman you're with, that's a bit risky there, friend. I mean, I'm sure the execution is you're going to go see is going to be exciting, but I mean, I wouldn't have done that.
Which execution would this be now?
The one in town,
What's it for?
guy killed a tax collector.
Does this ring a bell?
Make a history check, or actually a history check when this is recent. Just make an insight check, I guess.
I'm just gonna yell at him from the other bank. Guidance!
Yeah, actually, I think you have to.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm not. I'm just kidding because I know it's too far away. It's just funny.
Yes. I mean, Graham, you haven't really heard anything about this, not recently. Like, so you don't think this is anything that would have come across your radar at any point, or whatever the medieval equivalent of radar is.
Well,
So I take you ain't here for the execution then?
no, we're here on prisoner escort, trying to get through as fast as possible.
Well, hey, look, you fell through the ice, man. I've seen people go through, and it's not good. Spend the night, get your strength back, and we can maybe get you on a skid tomorrow. Besides, you wouldn't want to miss it, right? Son of a bitch getting his head taken off is a real bastard, I had to tell you.
Yeah.
About time.
What? Why don't you tell us that story now?
Alright, so there's this, let's say, fella in town, is the nicest way to describe it. Apparently had some business dealings with some tax collector who passing through. Got mad after a night, stabbed him in the back, and well, because the whole thing, because tax collector worked for they work for Viderheim. It's a whole like country affair. So they brought in order of the yard fella to take his head off. Brought in a whole bunch of people. They brought in a judge, brought in a magistrate to do some investigation. Did the quick investigation. I mean, we found the guy next to the corpse with his knife in his back. Ain't much more than that. And, well, the guy's gonna take his head off.
You happen to know the feller's name?
The one who got stabbed, or the one who's gonna get cut?
Both of them.
Hugo Assen.
Executioner.
Hugo
was it?
Assen is the son of a bitch who's getting his head taken off. I gotta tell you, that prick deserves it.
I was expecting you to just like meme it up and just be like Lucian. Jackie's Lucian. It's like what?
Well,
Let-
And
Let
with
me-
that, Mario is back into the campaign
I haven't heard from him. I gotta reach out tomorrow again to see how he's doing.
because that would have been one hell of a way to come back into the campaign.
it's not a bad idea. Very cinematic.
But
You know what? Like in Slay the Spire, dramatic entrance.
I would if I could, but I think unfortunately Mara was still
Yeah.
out of commission for the time being with the kiddo.
Doing it
But,
all.
yeah, Hugo is a real bastard. I mean, starts fights with people. I'm pretty sure he steals from guys, but we never really caught him. Real just mean son of a gun. So we're I didn't think he'd get his head taken off, but we figured, one day he's gonna walk in the woods, need some help, and ain't no one going out there to help him.
Do I recognize that name at all?
You wouldn't.
And how about the guy it killed?
Alfdale? Yeah, he's a tax collector. Technically, he works for the Duke. Comes through, based out of Kirog. Technically, this town here is under the control of the Count of Kirog. So, he was passing through, spends a lot of time here because it's quiet. And, nobody likes no tax collector, but whatever. What you gonna do, right?
They're just doing their job.
Yeah, well, I much prefer it in my pocket, but I don't make enough to really complain too much, huh?
Do we know who the executioner, his name is? The actual executioner? Or it's just the...
Yeah, I said his name was Sir Thumb? Thrum? Didn't really catch his name. Half-orc fella. Tall. Order of the R, definitely, especially with that axe he's holding.
Well, we're making our way to Vaxfall.
For another execution.
Our execution needs to be arranged first.
Well, I say go meet him if you want to. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah, for someone whose job is taking off heads.
Might have to if it's on the way.
I say at least spend the night here, fella. You gotta get your strength back.
Yeah.
And it's not the worst idea.
Yeah, cousin fell through the ice a couple years ago, lost 3 toes, and that was lucky.
It was out of character. His name was Lucky?
Well, that's what we sort of call him after that.
It was lucky.
He hated it.
That's not lucky at all.
Yeah, he eventually left town, became like a riverboat sailor, but yeah, people don't like this town too much. Turns out when you're a small little village, can't get much bigger in the middle of the river. It's a bit hard to make a living, but
I bet. Well, I'm alright with spending the night if you guys are.
Yeah.
got a little robot-y there, but all right. Well, here, let me get you guys across the river. It's just he shows it's probably like just a couple dozen feet from the shack to the actual island itself. This is the town of Entley, which is also the name of the island where the town be. Ain't that a surprise, huh?
Is the ice stronger on the other side?
Yeah. He guides you across to like a path, a little winding, but it does follow like thicker ice until you're able to get to the actual shore of the island
I'm
itself.
just asking on the other side. Is there like thicker ice so I can summon Reggie ahead of time and just get my spell slots back?
I haven't really gone on that side, but
Probably not worth chancing it.
I wouldn't try it yet, if that's what you're wondering. I mean, we can try and find your way across. Typically, when you go out on the ice, though, if you go and especially with the lot you have. We'd get like a raft. We got like little river rafts, but you put it out on the ice, you can kind of slide across without too much trouble.
You know, being putting a horse in the river raft.
Wouldn't recommend it myself. Don't got no horses here. Most of us travel by foot or by little dinghies. You get like a little one-person kind of rowboat kind of thing. But don't work too well in the ice if you ever tried it.
As it turns out.
Out of character. Let's make Rami pick up Reggie and carry him over.
That
So it's petting him the wrong way.
actually, I
Would
don't.
critically succeed and just like and still would fail.
I actually don't think he would have enough lift capacity. There is a thing for like deadlifting like a set amount of weight. I think Goliaths get like a bonus to it. Funny enough.
Their bigness is perfection.
Right. But yeah, you're at the if you follow the fisherman you were with, he does take you to the other like onto the actual island itself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, up close,
We'll,
it's
thank
easy
them
to
for their
see
hospitality.
that there are a few trees dotted here or there. Primarily, the island is just full of shacks and small little wooden huts that have been set up. Won't really see too many people out. Most people are huddled in. And the fisherman just goes, all right, if you head down to, just get to the middle of the island. It's hard to miss. I mean, it's such a small place. We got a little, I don't know what you call it, town hall there. Town hall, inn, tavern, public house. And out in the front where we got the well, not that we strictly need it, but it's there. We're going to put a block of wood, and we're going to watch old Hugo there get his, head taken out. Lucky guy is gonna keep it as a souvenir. I think we could tar it, and heck, we could keep it in the bar actually.
It'd be a talking point. So, as a professional, I don't recommend it.
Hey, trust me, if there's anybody else, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But Hugo,
In our defense, fuck that guy. Well, fair enough.
look, let me just say, if there was a man who needed killing, he was him.
So, what did he do to piss you off so bad before the murder?
Me personally, has taken my fishing gear without asking when I said I wanted it back, because it's what I do for my job, what I do to keep my family fed. He tossed it in the river, told me to go fuck myself, and kicked mud on me. God, I was gonna fucking kick his ass then, but he's the kind of guy who can worm his way out of trouble, even though he's probably pissed off most of the people in the town. The real problem is he runs the boating business, so you want to go to or from land via boat, you got to go to him.
So once he doesn't have a head on his shoulders, who's going to take over the boating business?
We'll probably draw straws.
You can't do worse than him.
Yeah, we get my cousin Lucky. We can send him a letter wherever he be. Although he might not want to come back to this town no more.
He's
Interesting.
rafting.
He's got. I mean, let's be honest. This place is small. We ain't growing. We reached the edge. Town's as big as it's gonna get.
State of the art.
Ever thought about maybe like making a bridge to the local landmass and expanding there?
Yeah, but the problem is boats come and go, so they're gonna hit the bridge. Count probably gonna send some people to knock it down. Tell us,
Lovely.
I mean, I don't blame them because you got boats coming here or there. They stop off this place every once in a while. We sell our fish, sell some wares. Every once in a while, a guy gets on the boat, never comes back. Maybe if this town's real lucky, somebody will stop off and stay here, but it is what it is.
The curse of the small town.
Hey, we'd grow bigger if we could, but somebody 400 or 500 years ago thought put a little fishing hut on an island, and it grew from there. Anyway, you want to head into town? Be my guest. I got a few more hours fishing to do.
Thanks again, buddy.
Ah, no worries. No worries. Glad you didn't die.
Makes two of us. Ugh.
Sathra comes up. How come I didn't get a blanket? I fell through the ice too.
Graham will give her the blanket.
Thank you, Graham. Let no one say you're ever not a gentleman.
Well, thank you, I guess. Onward and to the center of town, I guess.
You. She's gonna flirt her way out of this through you now.
Yeah, Graham's one weakness.
Polite women.
Oh, Graham, you're such a gentleman.
To be fair, people being polite is a rarity for him these days.
It's like a 50-50. Heading into town, I mean, to the center. Yeah, island is quiet. You don't really see too many people out and about, but you do see a larger building that, the largest building in the town, by the fact that it's 2 stories tall and has a little bit wider amount to it. See a group of people kind of mulling around outside. And as you approach, you see it's a wooden cage kind of tied by leather straps. Inside is been stuffed a man. He's probably about 40. Hair has thinned out. His lip is bloody. He's got a black eye. Standing next to the cage is a tall half-orc man in chainmail with a giant great axe. The end of it's kind of stuck into the snow, and he's just in a bit of an argument. You can't hear what he's saying exactly, but you can see him talking to the various people in town who have come up to form this small group.
Hell. Well, let's see what the fuss is.
As you approach, you hear various people just in the crowd like, "Come on, quit delaying it. Just take his head off and be done with it." The half-orc man, the Order of the Yard member, his execution will occur when it is meant to. I have been dispatched to ensure that it is taken care of in a proper and just fashion. Disperse, citizens. You will be able to witness it when it occurs. It's like, son of a bitch, it's been more than a week.
It's interesting. More than a week, huh?
Mm-hmm. Are you asking that to somebody specifically?
I guess as we're approaching, if we gotta head that way anyway.
Yeah. Somebody kind of hears you. It's like, hey, stranger. Yeah, this. I figured once he was found guilty, they'd take his head off right away. But the knight there has been delaying.
You say why?
He says it's going to occur when it's going to occur.
Huh. I'm gonna look at Otto because he's Order of the Yard. Does that sound typical to you?
Does that sound normal from what I've seen? Because
I mean, you've been around enough members of the Order of the Yard. You would know that an executioner could be dispatched to execute somebody, and it would be up to their discretion to do the execution, but they would be expected to do it within a set amount of time. So it's unusual.
Yeah, is there a standard set of time?
It's really probably up against the max time limit, but
so I should know the max time limit.
Yeah. So
is...
you figure without any people appealing to this or waiting for maybe an act of clemency that it should have occurred by now.
You think that's what he's aiming for?
Yeah, but who
We
would
can
be
we could ask him.
clemency?
Do you want to head up and ask him?
Yeah, like who's appealed for clemency?
Okay. As you approach, the Order of the Yard member sees you. Halt. There will be. He sees you, Otto. Oh, another member of the Order. Good. Honestly, I was in a bit of an issue here. I'm hoping you could maybe assist me.
Sure, what's the issue?
Well, let me introduce myself. I am Sir Thrum of the Order of the Yard, and you are.
Sir Otto.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy, I'm Graham.
Well, good to make your acquaintance, everyone. You're traveling together, I take it.
Yep.
Here are the facts of the case. This man, Hugo Assen, was in an argument with tax collector Alf Dale. He accused him of taking more taxes than he should have and pocketing the difference. On a night of 2 weeks ago, Assen was accused of getting drunk, getting in a fight with Dale, following him out of the building behind him, the town hall, I suppose, and stabbing him with a knife, leaving him for dead. A magistrate and a judge and myself were dispatched from Kirag. We approached, did a short investigation, ran a short trial. Unfortunately, the defendant here was found guilty and sentenced to death for murder of a Viderheim bureaucrat.
Okay. But there's a wrinkle.
Well, under Zone of Truth, which isn't admissible in court but is used to further our investigation, he was accused and admitted to killing the victim. The victim also had a Speak to Dead cast on him, but was unable to identify his attacker, but believes it to be this person here. However, he was found next to the victim with a knife, but the blood had already dried. I find that suspicious. I was dispatched merely to provide the additional investigation, which I have done, and then to fulfill the order of the execution, which I am waiting on. I am not authorized for any further investigation, but I can. There's really nothing that says further investigation can't be done by an independent party.
I hear what you're saying. Maybe if we could lean on you for a little help as well, we could look into helping you out with this.
Of course.
We're transporting our own prisoner, as it happens. The rest of us are with an outfit called the Crossed Blades.
Yes, I've heard of you all. Very fine establishment. I'm sorry to hear about the event that occurred so long ago. It happened before even my birth. The issue with the Dragon Eye, I believe his name was, during the attack on Voxfall some 50, 70 years ago, perhaps?
Yeah.
But
been a minute.
How may I assist you? You need my help?
Well, we're transporting this prisoner.
Sathra.
Yeah.
Sathra Leth. Oh, I wish my axe could be the one to take off your head, but sadly that one is not for me. Sir Gale himself will be having that honor.
But,
out of character, that's the one you don't want to mess with then.
And she just says, and good to see you too, dear Order of the Yard.
Right. Well, yeah. We're trying to get back as fast as possible and deal with the possible complications of transporting her across a long ways.
I will assist you as best I can. I can prepare another cage for her, and I suppose guard her while you are investigating. But once I'm done here, I must return to Kirog as fast as I can. I can definitely take the long way, however, if we would like to travel down to. I could take you perhaps close to Talva, but not quite there, as
That'd
that would
be
be.
pretty welcome, I reckon.
But yes,
You're
I
welcome.
have to make my way back to Kirog sooner rather than later. Well, have you heard of the situation in Kirog?
No, I don't know that I have.
Because we left.
The I just got a raven about it the other day. Technically, but Silsana's troops have barricaded and are blocking the bridge to Kirog. It wasn't unexpected, and in fact, they had been doing it to an extent, but this is a recent development, so I'm requested back there in case I am needed to guard the city itself.
That ain't good.
But I would be remiss if I were to strike the head off of someone who doesn't deserve it. This is simply a matter of due diligence, however.
I can understand that. Appreciate you having an appreciation for that kind of gravity.
The law must prevail in all measures, even if it protects those who this town finds unsavory.
Right on. So why don't we make an agreement? We'll do what we can to try to figure this out for you right now.
I may drop. It's this. My browser wants to update. Just.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we're getting a little close to the end of the session. We might want to call it here if we just want to pick this up next time. You kind of got what's going on.
I think this is a good break point.
Okay.
Yeah, it probably is. This is where Kaido comes in and causes pandemonium and fails us.
So you see a number of couple of town folks. They have a kind of large kind of wooden cage, kind of filled to the brim with fish. They just kind of dump the fish into another container, drop it on the ground. So Sathra, please. Just kind of gets pushed in. The top of it gets closed, and then just leather kind of wrapped around it to tie to keep it shut. Well, I look forward to your investigation results. Hopefully, this is simply a clear and cut case of Hugo here having committed the crime, and I'm simply being paranoid. But I suppose we'll find out. And with that, we will stop here, and we will pick this up next week.